This is what you have to face to get into the last remaining U.S. base at Kabul airport. Shooting, violence, Taliban whips, and desperate crowds. It's so chaotic, American troops worry if they open the gates, people will flood in. One video appears to show a soldier lifting a baby up over the walls. Inside the base, Afghans are processed for departure and moved to the flight line. That's where we met Gina Abawi, an Afghan-American from Virginia. She moved back to Afghanistan to teach 6 years ago, when it was much safer.
It was a dream come true for me. I built a little house by the mountains. I just cannot imagine leaving, but unfortunately, it's time to go.
So you left, obviously, the house.
Everything. A small little suitcase with my laptop, and that's it.
She's bringing 25 members of her extended family. She doesn't want to leave.
We're just looking up at the Afghan flag.
I don't know how much longer it's going to be there, but this is really sad. I don't know if I'm going to be back. I'm hoping, but I don't know if I'll ever be back.
Eventually, the C-17 arrives and taxis into position for boarding. For Gina, it sinks in. This is it. These are moments that change the trajectories of families for generations. Troops keep arriving. There are more troops here now to oversee the evacuation than were here stabilizing the government. Gina's relatives give final hugs. They don't want to be leaving either. But they don't want to live under the Taliban. Finally, it's boarding time. For Gina, it's a painful goodbye. For most of the Afghans on board, this is the start of their new lives as refugees. The chaotic nature of this withdrawal is also changing the composition of who is leaving. This was supposed to be an organized process with applicants applying through a State Department website. It was supposed to be for foreign nationals, for Afghans who worked for U.S. troops. But now the process is broken down and there are a lot more refugees. U.S. officials I spoke to at the State Department who are trying to process people say that now they're dealing with unaccompanied children, families, people who have no documentation, all those who just managed to get onto that base and get onto a plane.